Welcome back. This is the sixth chapter in the series How to Electrify, brought to you by the Climate Reality Project New York State Coalition. In this chapter, we will present our renter's guide to efficiency and electrification. Renters can become frustrated when trying to implement these measures because they can't make all the decisions themselves. But there is a lot renters can do, and this chapter goes through those actions. Many of the issues renters face are also faced by condo and co-op owners, so we will provide advice for them as well in this chapter. This page summarizes the most impactful actions renters can take. The first step is to sign up for community solar to source clean, renewable solar electricity. To learn how to sign up for community solar, you can watch Chapter 5 on renewable electricity. If you pay your electricity bill, you can sign up for community solar. But if your landlord, co-op, or condo pays the electricity bill directly and includes them in the rent or common charges, you can ask your landlord or board to sign up for community solar. The process is a little more involved for them, but they can do it. Next, you can also save money by signing up for your utility's time of use rates. Not only will this save you money, but it will also help the utility avoid starting up their highly polluting peaker power plants. Moving on to point 2, let's discuss some of the more ideas on how to reduce energy use and utility bills. One of the most critical steps is to replace incandescent light bulbs with LED light bulbs. They are 90% more efficient than incandescent bulbs and last 15 to 25 times longer and come in many levels of warmth. When replacing aging equipment, including ACs, purchase only the most energy efficient options. These can be found on EPA's Energy Star website. Always unplug electric devices when not using them. Some use significant amounts of electricity when not in use. Renters can also apply for the New York State Home Energy Efficiency Programs, but this requires the landlord's permission. You can find more detailed description of these programs in Chapter 3 on home electrification. That information is geared to single-family dwellings, so if you live in a multifamily unit, you should use the links provided to see how the programs do or don't work for multifamily buildings. Even if your landlord doesn't agree to take part in these programs, you may still be able to install a smart thermostat and take some basic weatherization steps that will make your home more comfortable and reduce your energy bills. Let's move to point 3 and talk about how to kick the fossil fuel 5 to the curb. Renters who own cars can use the generous EV incentives. These incentives are outlined in Chapter 4. Stoves and dryers can also be electrified with the landlord's approval. One way for renters to approach this will be to agree with your landlord that you can replace them and take the money out of the rent. If that doesn't work, many renters are curbing their methane gas cooking by buying a portable induction cooktop and using it for most of their cooking. These cooktops are inexpensive and can be taken with you if you move. In multifamily buildings, space and water heating are typically shared with other residents of the building, so replacing them requires the landlord or condo co-op board to make this decision. That's our summary renter's guide, but there are 4 pages of more detailed information for renters in the presentation, so we encourage you to download it and review those pages. Much of the advice from the previous page is also relevant for condo and co-op residents. Co-op and condo owners also can enjoy the incentives for transport, electrification, and community solar that we discussed in Chapters 4 and 5. In some condos and co-ops, especially smaller ones, you can make some changes in your unit like installing induction stoves and heat pump clothes dryers. If that doesn't work, you can install portable options that you can take with you, such as induction cooktops, inverter ACs, and window heat pumps. And if you live in New York City and your building is subject to Local Law 97, which it is if it is over 25,000 square feet, ask the board to report to the members their plans to avoid penalties. There are many programs and sources of funding available, but many boards have not taken the time to research them. You can also ask your board to implement these changes, and if they resist, join the board and instigate from within. Activism starts at the local level, and there's nothing more local than your own building. This completes our last chapter, Chapter 6, our Renter's Guide. You can access the presentation using the QR code or the bit.ly link shown here, or you can find the link in the video description. Thank you for your interest in electrification, and good luck.